So my biggest pieces of advice would probably be, I probably have two of them, I think. So first of all is find a supervisor, whether it's for your master's or for your PhD, that is in line with your interests and doing something that you enjoy. The relationship with that supervisor is so important because it can make or break your time during graduate studies. Finding an area of research that you really enjoy is very key for finishing that degree. And quite a few people say that a PhD and a master's to a lesser extent maybe is, it's not a degree that shows intelligence, it shows longevity. And if you are doing something that you do not enjoy, the odds of you finishing are quite a bit lower, or the odds of you enjoying your time are quite a bit lower. My second piece of advice, and I think it's probably the piece of advice that I hear the least amount from other graduate students, is your relationship with your supervisor is not one-sided. So a lot of people feel like they owe everything to their supervisor and, their word is law. Sometimes it is, but your supervisor owes you as well. So you are doing a lot of work for your supervisor. They owe you something in return. So it's not a one-way street. If you're working with someone who only takes from you and gives, you're in the wrong place, in my opinion. So my piece of advice, find a good supervisor and remember that it is a relationship and it's not a dictatorship necessarily. If you found a supervisor who's willing to give and take a little bit, they can be so tremendously helpful for getting you where you want to be. And a lot of them will have great networking opportunities. They'll hook you up with people in the industries where you want to be, because a lot of people nowadays, especially with how competitive academics is, they don't want to be a professor somewhere. They don't want to start a research program because it is tremendously competitive. It's really hard to get that job. So a lot of supervisors may have connections in other fields, other industries, and can really help you achieve your goals and get where you want to be. And that's another part of that give and take, and it is a relationship. So if you're giving all your time and effort and you're giving up a social life, if you're working hard on research, you got to be able to get something from your supervisor, whether that is publication numbers if you want to be a professor, networking opportunities if you want to be in another industry. They got to help you get where you want to go as well, rather than you just contributing to their research program.